So with the new winter event coming and the Mirage 2000 S4 coming out, the best way to be able to grind those points is going to be Simulator. And if you learn Simulator, it is incredibly easy to grind event vehicles. You can play like 2 sim games and you'll have your daily star. You only have to play sim for about like 1.5, 2 hours, and then you're just done. You can wait another day and a half till the next star. And yeah, so I'm going to teach you how to play sim, the best planes, the controls, all that. Um, so the first thing, if you want to see all my controls, I got a video on that. Um, but the pitch and yaw, if you saw that video, what you want to do is you want to turn these off when playing sim, because then you don't got to hold L1 and R1 the whole time. So you can just take those off. I can move my rudder and my tail without having to put my fingers on R1 and L1. If you want, you can use radar HUD and cockpit and turn that off, and then your radar won't be, like you can see I have the little box, but obviously as soon as we start going here, we're going to be forced in the cockpit, and the radar will be in there. Some planes it's not ideal with the Tomcat where you're like looking down at your legs the whole time to see the radar, unless you got like track IR, VR, that's not going to be very pleasant because every 2 seconds you got to be looking down. It's nice in the F-16C since it's just right there. Same thing with the F-15 and the MiG-29. Another one is for the RWR. It's the same thing. Use radar. Use RWR HUD and cockpit. I have it on yes, but there it is, so I don't know. Hide HUD is one for like immersion. If you want to like turn all of that off and feel like you're in sim, like not feel like you're in whatever it's called, DCS. You can turn all that crap off, and then you're just relying on your aircraft's instruments. You'll obviously have to look at your missiles and stuff and see how many you have left, but you won't be able to see without looking at some of your gauges, your altitude and speed and stuff, which I prefer to do sometimes. It's up to you. So if you search zoom axis and controls, it's actually this one, the zoom in air. Here's all this. You can pause it or whatever. But that allows you to zoom in and out, which is very nice because it increases your FOV. And if you also want to view, this one's not necessary. This also probably is the worst way to do this. But it's view in battle, air, X and Y axis. This one's the same. But it basically allows you to do this. Your guy just like scoots up. You can see it jacks with the HUD, but you can actually see like over your same thing. I mean, you're not gonna fly like this. You probably actually want it so enable after whatever is off half the time. But you can see a lot better behind you now. Just if somebody's on your tail, and maybe if you have like a reset button, that'd be nice. I can't remember if I have one. I think I just turned off my engine because I'm stupid. But you know, you get the point. You can play with that a little bit. So the best planes to play in sim, I think USA definitely has. So the F-16C, the reason being your insane maneuverability, engine power, fuel, and your visibility. Like you can see so much out of that little bubble canopy that it's great. And you have AIM-9Ms, which are stupid in sim. You get 2 Sparrows, which is nice for long range. You get a fuel tank, you know, that's good. F-15A is probably the best plane to play in sim right now, besides the Su-27. But the reason this one's the best, I don't actually have this one fully spaded, so I don't play this in sim right now. I've been sick lately, so I haven't been able to spade this thing yet, or grind the Su-27. But what's great about this plane is it already has like 36 minutes of fuel stock, I think, and then you get 3 drop tanks, which is like 30-40 minutes of fuel, I think, which is stupid. You can take 4 AIM-9Ms and 4 Sparrows, so the AIM-9M count is the same as the F-16, and you can carry 4 Sparrows, which are great for long range. And on top of all of that, if you want, you can sacrifice your fuel tanks for bombs, for bombing bases, which is also a great thing. Your visibility is pretty good. Your performance is top-notch. The fuel is great. Acceleration is great. This is probably the best plane to play in Sim, in my opinion. The Tomcat, it's fun. You got a lot of fuel. I do like playing it, but let me tell you, do not stock up on Phoenixes. They're not worth it. You have even a worse chance of hitting stuff with these than in ARB. Like, they're just not worth it. I've dumped so many of these things and got maybe like 2 kills. They don't really work, especially since people are constantly turning around. Like, nobody really flies at high altitudes for that long. And with the new RWRs, people just see them coming from a mile away. USSR, I would take the SMT just because the extra fuel, and obviously the R-73s. Su-27 for sheer missile load. The ETs are sick. This is probably a great one to play. The visibility is not great, but I feel like Russian planes are never. You really don't have to use top-tier jets. I highly, highly, highly recommend using them if you have at least one rank 8. I wouldn't. This is just a preference. I'm not even saying I don't recommend it. I personally do not play rank 4 sim, rank 5 sim, rank 6 sim, or I really don't even play rank 7. You want an advanced radar with advanced missiles. If you're playing like the F4C, it's got a radar, it's got no flares. You're going to have a terrible time. A10, it's got no radar, so it's going to be kind of hard to find enemies. Same thing. If you're playing like a P51, it's fun to play, but the problem is you're playing like 6.3 on a giant sim map, flying around, not knowing who's your enemy and who's your teammate. So that can kind of suck. You run out of fuel all the time. It's just not as fun as playing jets. But if you want to play those, that's fine. I recommend F-16C, F-15A, maybe the F-14B because you can carry a bunch of missiles. You're kind of a big target though and easy to spot. In the USSR, I would do the SMT and the Su-27. If you're planning on bombing, just go ahead and do that. Like I said, I don't have this thing spaded, but if you were, I would do the 3 fuel tanks, the Sparrows, and if you want to bomb, you can sacrifice these outer pylons for 2 carriages of Mark 82 Snake Eyes. You don't need this middle carriage to bomb one. Well, actually, I think you might need to in Sim. In ARB, you only need 2 carriages. Let me see, though. Yes, in Sim, you have to carry that middle carriage, as you can see here. To select a Sim match that you want to choose, though, you hit L2, at least for me. It's room list, and you can see the different battle ratings and where it's at. So like 11.3 to 12.3 Enduring Confrontation Afghanistan, or 11.3 to 12.3 Rocky Canyon. I don't like Rocky Canyon. I prefer Afghanistan. I would click on this. Or no, maybe I like Sinai better. I like Sinai better. So then I would just hit this, hit take part for Team A. It'll put me in there, and it'll just auto-load you in. You can also create matches. Can't promise anybody will join them, but you can definitely do that. The other thing is, don't kill your teammates. Teammates do not have markers. Okay? You can only see teammates' markers when you're about one mile from them. So do not shoot down your teammates. Your RWR, or not your RWR, your radar will actually tell you if somebody is friendly or not. There will be a little line over them. Okay, so even though I'm stock, I'm going to go in with just my U9Ls, and my fuel tanks did not load in. Or any of my missiles. Bro! This has been a glitch going on forever. Okay, yeah. You can see those guys over there. You can see on my radar they pop up as lines. Those are friendlies, that means. You cannot lock enemies with the F-16 and a lot of top tier jets. Yeah, see, you also gotta be careful of that. You don't want to be like that and killing F-15Js on your team. That's another thing. is see what teammates you have so you can identify some aircraft. So, like, I don't have Russia or Germany on my team, so if I see a MiG-29, just obliterate that thing. So yeah, really just fly around, look for targets. Oh, we got somebody here. Didn't see him on radar, but I saw him with my eyes. That's F-15. Yeah, he's done now. So there you go. We got our first kill.
Air brake on.
One tip for landing though is, you see right there the little drawing of like the F-16 or whatever. Those lights will light up once your gear are down, so you don't like accidentally crush your gear. So you can see my wins and losses. You can see I'm down 37 grand because I spawned in with this F-15 and the loadout wouldn't work. So this is still a free spawn in for me. I'm not sure why it says I have a free spawn in the F-14B, but I'm not buying that. If the loadouts are cursed, I don't know what causes that to happen. It's been happening since last time. But you can see my balance is... So I came in with 4,052,000 plus 16,000 from kills. But then, well, you can see I got 16,000 SL from one kill, which is really good because I don't even have premium anymore. Negative 37,000 though from spawning in. So you got to keep that in mind. My balance is now 4,031,000. So try not to die. Don't play things risky. If you can get multiple kills without dying, you will be balling. You also get stupid amounts of RP for playing these games.
There's no way he just survived that. No. Okay, he did.